Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ZENDER, JZ, Jackie ZENDER, Jackie the Zen. We're gonna look at something different today. This comes from Joining All Movement, the YouTube channel. As you all know, I'm friends with that channel because I'm friends with the guy who owns it. And so, anyway, Black Panther fight concepts, jam, behind the scenes. I thought this could be really fun to do because everyone's a Black Panther fan, especially Jackie ZENDER.
Of course, I'm a Black Panther fan. Is that a question?
No, I'm just confirming it.
Okay, good.
This is at Jam, where I have trained several times, and apparently you've trained a little bit as well.
I just have a lot of friends who go there and train.
Gotcha. So essentially, she's trained through osmosis.
Yeah, I'm not athletic like that.
Okay. Well, you will be today. Here we go. Let's check this out. Name of the video. Oh damn, he took that really well. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, she really took that well. Damn. Okay. Oh, it's still going. It's still going.
This guy's insane.
So,
wow.
So the action design is by Aaron Tony and Larnell Stovall, who are two people I grew up with. I just got back in touch with Aaron on Instagram, and I'm like, dude, you look exactly the same like you did 15 years ago. He's like, you too! Aaron's an old buddy, and so we go way back. He's the guy who was playing Black Panther in this video.
He's a badass. He's insane.
There is so much cool stuff in here, and what I love about this is I can actually see what's going on. Whereas when I watched the movie, it might have been the theater projection, but when I watched Black Panther for the first time and they had that whole fight by the Jeeps and whatnot, I couldn't see what was happening, and I was very frustrated. I'm like, I can't make out the action for the life of me. Here, like,
you can make out everything.
you can see everything, and it looks so...
face plant.
Yeah, and everything looks so good.
This is amazing. That's your friend.
That's my buddy who...
Are you as badass?
No. I can do a couple of things, but not quite that.
We got like your stunt videos on here somewhere.
Should
we do a comparison?
We shouldn't do a comparison, but we do have my stunt videos here. Okay, so he comes out the gate with like he's got the thing about Aaron is ever since I've known him, he's always had beautiful tucks. Like he'll have a beautiful front tuck, a beautiful back tuck. When I was watching, I was like 14 or 15 years old. He would do a round off into what's called an Arabian, and he would just go up. An Arabian is like if this is your face, he would turn in midair and flip the other way. And I can do that, but nowhere nearly as beautiful as Aaron. It's just like he's got some.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, he's got some. I'll show you later.
Okay.
Over there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's so much implication in that. He's just very, very graceful in his movement, but what's great is he's not just graceful here, but he's also got like a menace in his face. Even though you can't really capture that with Black Panther because Black Panther's usually got a mask, it's great that he's got the facial expressions.
Yeah, no, he does. Like you can see it in him while he's fighting. Like he feels everything, and he's really in character. He's supposed to be like a werewolf or something. What is he?
Like a.
Oh, he is Black Panther. He's doing Black Panther. Oh God, Durr. I swear I'm not blonde.
But so this wire pull was really awesome. And that guy like bounced at everything.
Yeah.
I like that variation because I'm so used to seeing like what you see a lot these days is a girl run up to a dude and wrap his legs around him and toss him over.
Right.
And here this just looked like a different way to toss someone over, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is just ridiculous. Like, I can't even wrap my head around. Doing a cradle is scary as it is. He wasn't looking back, he wasn't spotting, so he was just like basically banking on, I hope my hands land in the right spot, right? Because usually with a cradle, you have to look back first in order to spot your landing. Let me see
And
if
he doesn't.
I don't think he did.
No,
He kind of
Barely.
did. He kind of looked back. Actually,
Like a trust fall, you know.
that's what I'm saying. He looked back just enough to know where he had to put his hands, and he came up. But like doing a cradle alone is a lot on your wrists.
Yeah,
It's a lot in terms of just like the fear factor. He's doing it charging forward. I have never seen that before. And that was beautiful. She did a full twist into the ground. Because a butterfly twist is usually like when you're sideways and you twist, but she was at a crazy angle like this, like a 45-degree upwards.
Should we get you like an action figure so you can...
Yeah, I know. I just reach into the case back there and get one.
Yeah. God.
That was great. That is so awesome. So he did an aerial over his leg. Or it was like an aerial, well, butterfly kick, aerial kick. He grabbed it and pulled him up.
God.
That's so cool. How come that wasn't in the movie? He tucks the guy up and does a double front kick to push him away. I thought that was awesome. Like, why not have more of that stuff?
Right, use the claws and just kind of rip into him.
They have to monitor the violence in there. Like, all the blood stuff they were doing is just for concept, just so, like, you can see it, but none of that stuff makes it into the movie, unfortunately, because we don't have a rated R Black Panther. We have a PG-13 Black Panther. But if it was rated R, if it was rated R, all that stuff would be in there, and he'd probably be, like, decapitating people and whatnot, like a werewolf.
It's so funny.
I wonder who said that.
I don't know.
This is actually a common thing that I've found where when you look at the concept stuff, it will often look better than what you see in the final product because things change for whatever reason, because of the environment or because there's not enough time. But often what I think changes it is the editing, because you get down to it, it's either not shot well enough or the editing just like, for time, you're like, okay, we have to tell this story in this X amount of time. The fight scene's gonna be the first thing to go because it's just not moving the story forward, the narrative forward. Even though, like, someone like me, I would love to see that, like, fully realized fight scene.
I think this is amazing. Like, I mean, I never actually knew about Jam until I met all my stunt friends who were going here. I mean, they're really good, but this guy, wow. Like, I'm sorry, but his skill level is just insane. It's exciting.
Yeah, he's double Black Panther. I think he was the double of Black Panther on Captain America: Civil War, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah. And so it was just, he's just really good. There's some behind the scenes training you can see of Aaron Toney of like doing back tuck push-ups, or something like crazy like that.
Right, I was gonna ask, like, how long has he been trained? He's been clearly doing fighting and like different types of martial art training since he was a kid.
I think so. When I remember,
this isn't something you're just like, oh, like 5 years ago I'm gonna get into and I'm at that level. Right?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I feel better about myself now. So.
It's one of the you're born with it kind of thing.
You're born onto the right path. Well, I remember talking to him, and the funniest thing about Aaron is he almost became a computer programmer.
What?
Yeah, like he.
Could you imagine him sitting at a desk?
That's the
with
thing.
How much he moves?
He studied computer programming and or computer science or whatever, and he got into this office environment, and he's like, "This is boring. I'd rather just go do stunts."
Yeah.
And then he got into stunts, and I remember like I was training with him at a place called Gymnastics Olympica, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a gig on Rush Hour 3," and then that was the last time I saw him. His career just went like that after that. So the dude has been working nonstop, and you can see why. I mean, he's super
spectacular.
Skilled. Yeah, but in addition, like we gotta give shout outs to all the stunt people around that have helped out. Like, there's a couple of buddies of mine in there, and they all help to sell the work, the movement, the action really, really well. Because the thing about it is, your main fighter is only as good as the people supporting him.
Did he say how long it took them to like practice this and get it like how long they worked on it?
I didn't talk to them about it at all.
Got it.
I will now.
Yeah, because the skill level is really impressive. Like you said, even the supporting roles, like even their moves, the way they're hitting it, their timing, like everyone flows so well in this.
Yeah, and it takes a lot to sell that stuff really, really well. I mean,
you might take a hit here and there. Sometimes it doesn't go well.
Yeah, exactly. I've been there.
Yeah, one of my friends, he just broke his hand in a boxing short. Some of the moves landed wrong, and he ended up hitting wrong and ended up making contact with the guy, and he had to have surgery on some of the bones. And this was for a short film.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this guy Bo I know. I was like, oh, you poor guy.
That's terrible. Collectively, everybody here did a fantastic job of selling it.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jean-Claude Van Damme admits that. He's like, Jean-Claude Van Damme doesn't look good without his stunt people. That was some random video I saw on the internet. I'm like, I'm glad he said that, because before that I thought he was just this egomaniac. Now he's an egomaniac who has a little bit of modesty, you know? So, yeah, really appreciate this. Thank you to Jam for making this video and allowing us to do this reaction. You guys, be sure to subscribe to their channel, and you can also find Jaby on there, a little interview with Jaby Koay on the Jam YouTube channel. And so I'm proud to say right now, it's the 5th most popular video on their YouTube channel. I'm holding on to that trophy as long as I can, because eventually my buddy Travis is gonna be interviewing like bigger and bigger and bigger people, and it's gonna be like, Jaby Koay's way down over here. But yeah, for the time being, it's cool to own that. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Be sure to check out Jackie on the social media. She's got wonderful photos, and every now and then she posts a story about her dog, rubbing his belly with her feet.
I love my dog.
So, yeah, that's it for now. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out other reactions, reviews, short films, and vlogs. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Jackie ZENDER.
Peace out.